out
But
how to play?
I love pickleball, but I know if I don't play for a week, I'm just fine. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Keeping It Real with Gina and Neil, the pickleball podcast that is not afraid to call out the drama. I'm your co-host, Gina Salento, and this is Neil Friedenberg.
We're not here to talk about the pros or sugarcoat anything. We're here to talk about the chaos, the drama, because that's where really the sport lives.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Keeping It Real with Gina and Neil. I know I'm sporting our own show. Today, we're going to talk about people that are not balancing their life and getting so obsessed with pickleball that it's spilling over to every area of their life or taking over every area of their life to the point where it's like a 24/7 deal. And I know people, it's an addiction.
Yeah.
I know people like that. You know people like that. And we're watching it unfold in front of us. And you're like, wow, really? And yet, it's concerning just because, it's their life, right?
Well,
It's their life. They
when
can
you're
do what they
focused
want.
on one thing the entire time, it's not healthy.
But what is it about pickleball that makes people drop friendships, relationships, like spouses, responsibilities, other areas of their life that they can also have balance in and other things to do? Like, why do they get so obsessed with this game? What is it about this game that makes people want to play it every day? And if they don't play it, I've had someone say to me, I only played once today. I'm going to kill myself.
They're having withdrawal.
No, and they were serious. Like, I'm going to kill myself if I don't get to play another game, again today. I'm like, whoa.
Really
Whoa. That sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yet, it was out of their mouth. And I'm sure they're half kidding, but half not. Not that they'd kill themselves. That's a strong statement. But I'm saying, they actually said their day would have been miserable if they don't have another game on the books for later to look forward to.
It's a little scary. I mean, let's just be honest. That's dramatic. It's scary. It's affecting the mental part of health, your mental health.
But they didn't have an obsession maybe prior to pickleball.
Right.
Their life was, okay, they had this and that and this and that. But now there's something about pickleball that comes into people's lives.
Yeah. I think of it as like this big pie chart, right? The overall pie chart is pickleball, and then what's in it. There's, you get good really fast, right? You improve quickly. It's fun. It's active. You're meeting loads of new people. It's very social. And then I think the part where it gets a little bit out of control is when you start becoming good. It gets a little bit more obsessive, and you're not balancing life out. What about families? What about wives or husbands or anything like that? You forgot to take out the dog to go to the bathroom because you played that extra game, and now there's pee all over the house.
Well,
no,
true, could be, but you know people that are watching it. If they're not playing it, they're watching it
over the weekend. They're watching it on the weekend, watching pro matches instead of
being with their family.
Being with families. I mean, life's too short to concentrate on one thing the whole entire time. That's just not healthy. It's an addiction. It's like, how can I get my next fix?
What do you think the addictive qualities or properties that pickleball has that makes people get so drinking the Kool-Aid on it?
That's a tough one. I mean,
like the sound of the ball off the paddle. I know
it's different for everyone.
It is.
The sound of the ball makes you feel powerful. You feel like
you get to hit hard.
Yep.
It's hard to master.
It's hard to master, but I think, again, you improve quickly and you start feeling that feeling of success, and then you want more of it, more of it. People, I've heard it many times, people say, I'm going to go pro. I'm going to go pro. And
they have no idea what that entails.
No, but they think that, and I think that's just not healthy. Balance it out with other things, especially on the weekends.
Take time out when you're like 60.
I shouldn't say, 60. Okay. I shouldn't say take a time out on the weekends, because sometimes you play. No. I don't mean it like that, but I mean, if you're playing daily and you don't have anything else, go for a hike, get some fresh air.
There is a release of endorphins that
for sure.
And you get addicted to that feeling you have. I do like the fact that I haven't found it in any other sport other than pickleball where you're laughing at the end of a point.
No.
Like, you're supposed to laugh. But what I'm noticing, when I was at the Chicago Open this past weekend, I'm watching, really amazing players as competitive and there's money on the line and your rankings on the line, they're literally laughing with each other in between the points.
Yeah.
And they're complimenting each other. And I want to do that on the court when I play. I'm complimenting they hit a good shot. Oh my gosh, nice job. You just burned me. Well done. And we're laughing. Whereas the lower level players tend to get so serious that they're losing the fun they once had that they found when they started playing.
I think that's where a lot of the time you're finding that type of addiction, or it's the lower level players trying to get better and better. I think you're seeing them just kind of lose, just what's that word I'm looking for? It's not delusional.
Sure, that's a whole thing. We talked about that already. The delusion of that.
They kind of are, though.
It is. It is a delusion.
But then at the higher level, they're laughing and they own it and they say good point, and the next point. And that happens a lot after a good pickleball point, though. You're laughing and you do it again and again.
Yeah, or you're
over and over. That feels good. You want to do more of that. And that's part of the addiction, I think.
Yeah, it does bring a sense, it's supposed to anyways, bring a sense of joy. But I just see people losing sight of like the little things in their life that they could be paying attention to, but they're not because they're so focused on pickleball to the point where it's like you should have other things in your life. And I don't want to be negative to people that found something good in their life and it's pickleball.
Look what it's done for a lot of lives.
Oh
too,
my
that
gosh.
part of it. I've seen people drop 40 pounds and all of a sudden just look completely different and probably adding years to their lives.
Yes.
We know that part of pickleball
Yeah.
for sure. But there's also that balance. You got to have other things that you enjoy rather than just only one sport. I'll use myself as an example. I'm not saying I'm one to live by or anything like that, but I like to cook. I like to do that. That kind of releases some, I guess, endorphins, just relaxing. Fishing with my kids. There's days, and this has happened recently. My youngest, he used to only be about, I gotta catch fish. There's days where he's not, and he's really just happy. He's kind of anxious, has a lot of energy, kind of that comedian type of kid. Good baseball player too, but he needs to be kind of settled down a little bit sometimes, and he fishes.
Do you guys play pickleball as a family ever?
Sometimes. I'll use him as an example because we are very similar in like some of the things that he's doing as a kid. We'll hit the ball around, and my middle son too. He'll do it too.
Well, I have to say that I know pickleball has brought a lot of joy to people's lives, a lot of health to people's lives, a lot of community, and like people that never played a sport before are out there connecting with people as a community.
They're like that pickleball family, and they also have cookouts and get-togethers too. It's hard to batch since we both love pickleball.
I know.
But the balance, there's got to be a balance of life somehow with other things. If you're obsessing over it all the time, that's all you can think about. And then on the weekends, you're watching pro videos
to the point where you never see the light of day. I don't know.
You get outside.
I don't know. I just see it happening more and more to people, and it does fill a void in some people's lives, and that's a great thing. But I'm also seeing it just like I've asked you this like 10 times within this talk.
Yeah.
What it is, because we've all played other sports and we loved other sports.
Yeah, and
loved it,
and I still do.
Yeah, me too. But like, what is it about pickleball? What does it have that differentiates it from every other sport that people get so obsessive over it? Like, you don't see that in other people. Love other sports, they enjoy playing it. Like, I grew up playing tennis all the time. I couldn't wait to play tennis. Every time I got on the tennis court, it was like the first time. It felt so good.
Yeah.
But this is like another level.
Do you think it's related to the skill set of it, where almost there's different levels, obviously, but almost anyone can eventually learn and get on the court and figure out how to play? I
love pickleball, but I know if I don't play for a week, I'm just fine. Like, if I don't play 4 days, I don't practice. I mean, like, no big deal. And I love it.
Yeah.
But yet, not to the point where I'm playing 2 to 3 times a day.
I can't even imagine that.
But that's happening more and more. And
do they have a job?
There's people that are retired. And they schedule their day with multiple times a day to the point where, like, how does that feel normal?
Doctors are probably loving it if they're
older, it's for sure, and they're getting injured.
There's tendonitis.
Oh my gosh, yeah, all the injuries.
There's so much we could cover on this topic. There really is.
There must be an endorphin release in pickleball.
I'm sure there's a study. There's got to be a study.
You know, we didn't
But
do our homework on this
no,
before we started it, but I just notice how it's addicting in a way that's not, I've never seen it before. I've had people play tennis, love tennis. They're playing multiple times a week. They're on state league. They're playing tournaments, but not multiple times a day.
Right.
You didn't play baseball multiple times a day unless you had to book a rain out and you had to
Yeah,
double
like
header.
yeah, the games, especially team sports, it's not going to be too much like that. I think about I'll use fishing. One more game, one more cast. I've said that.
Yeah.
Before. There's a
But are you going in the morning to fish and then you're going at noon and then you're going to go at night in the
not
same day?
morning and sometimes at night.
Well, that was a bad
Not-
example then.
Sorry.
But you're not doing that.
No.
You're not doing that 7 days a week.
No, not at all. No. I don't get it.
That's what I want to put my finger on.
We were talking about a person that is playing and believes they're a higher level
What they are.
than what they are, and I know who you're talking about. And they came up to me one time and said, "Hey, did you watch the pro circuit over the weekend? Did you? I was watching this person and this person. Oh, that person has that different shot." I'm like, no. No, I wasn't.
Yeah.
My family and I went on a hike.
Yeah.
It was great. We
Yeah.
we did a little fishing too, and it got some outdoor time. It was like 75 degrees outside.
Yeah.
And sunny. No, I wasn't sitting in front of a laptop.
Yeah.
Or a TV screen watching a
I mean,
match.
I love the passion, right? You love that this person found something that excites them. They want to learn more. They want to grow their own abilities.
Yeah, see how there's kind of like
I know it's a fine line though.
Yeah, because you don't want to be negative on something that really has influenced someone's life
For the better.
For the better, especially healthier.
For the better, yeah, 100%.
And at the same time, then you think about, well, there's the mental part, the balance. You got, again, I'm going to say it over and over and over. I think you need to have a balance of life. It can't just be one thing all the time, 3 times a day.
I mean, if it's your job,
your body's going to wear down.
If it's your job, that's different.
You mean like?
If I'm playing tournaments, teaching clinics, like doing that whole circuit, and that's my job. Well, I live, eat, and breathe it.
Okay,
I guess.
I'm going to change this. So you're playing pro. You're in the NPL. You know a lot of the people out there playing. What do they do? Do they have other hobbies that you know about just from in passing talking to them?
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. But the difference is, compared to me, is that, and this is great. They'll go from a NPL event, which is an all weekend deal, and then that following weekend they're going to be in this place for a PPA tournament. And the next weekend they're at APP over here. They have families, they have kids, they have husbands and wives, but that's what they do. I mean, they love it that much. And I just can't relate to it. That's all. I mean, and it's no fault. I mean, no big deal. I mean, that's what works for them. And they obviously have a partner or a marriage that is okay with it. We talk about pickleball and really any sport, someone being one dimensional, right? I'll just use LeBron James. We'll just, a famous name. He, at the beginning of his career, was known, for scoring quite a bit of points. Now he's older and he doesn't play the defense that he used to. But assists, he averages a heck of a lot more assists than he used to. Before, he was a more one-dimensional player. Michael Jordan was more of a one-dimensional player when he first got in the league. Became a defensive player of the year multiple times. Won championships, rebounds, assists were up, everything. Think about that, on the pickleball court, you're not one-dimensional, right? You can hit dinks, drops. You have different strategies. Well, what about life? You want to be one-dimensional? That's how I look at it. Like, that's a good point. Why would you be one-dimensional in life? It seems kind of like, I don't want to say boring. No, I know what you mean. And we're not trying to rip on anybody that loves pickleball that much that they're playing 3 times a day, but it's just like, again, we brought this up before. What's the end game? Or is it just where you are in your life that you're enjoying it to the point where it's filling your days with that? And that's great. I'm just trying to put my finger on what is it? What is it that is causing this, that I see this in, and I've been in sports like you all my life. Yeah. And I played a high level of tennis. Like, what is it that pickleball has versus all these other sports that is making people, and I know it's part of it is accessibility, right? You don't need a bunch of people like baseball to fill a team to play. Accessibility. Yeah, it's fairly inexpensive. It checks the boxes with sociability and you meet a lot of new friends. I mean, it does. It's so amazing compared to other sports. It's like you don't have to have a partner when you go somewhere. You can just show up to open play, And there you go. But it's just something that I'm just seeing happen that I'm like, wow, it makes me pause. It's just like, wow. And am I not living up to my potential?
You are a failure.
I'm a failure.
No, you're not.
And I don't practice. I know that, I just.
Well, hold on. Let's talk. What do you have that you enjoy aside from pickleball? I'm gonna put you on the spot. You put me on the spot. I already have my answer.
I love my animals. I
okay.
love my animals. I love my Harley. I'm out on my Harley on a nice day. Yeah. When people are playing pickleball, I'm like on the Harley.
You can feel your hair in the wind.
It's just a freedom.
I don't have that problem.
It's a freedom. I have very little hair left, but yes. I have other things. I love my family, and my mom still does Sunday dinner every Sunday, and that's a big thing for me. Like,
that's awesome. See,
there's
there's
other people
things.
have other stuff, right? They
Right.
have other stuff too.
I guess we don't know everybody.
We don't, but I don't need
things.
to play three. If I play 3 times a week, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't even do that.
I think we're similar in that, like actual play. Like I'll teach it on the court. That doesn't count as like
no,
playing.
yeah. I'll play maybe once a week if I'm lucky. Once or twice a week.
Okay.
That would be great. And that's my goal, is to get out there like twice a week would be great.
I like you didn't ask, but I'll tell you what.
Oh, please.
No, I'm just kidding.
So sorry, I was remiss on that.
No, food. I love food. I think you know that about me. Food and like craft beer.
Yeah, that's your thing.
Because when I either drink it or eat it, I try to feel like I'm visiting that area, especially if I'm not there. So like I did have the chance to go to Kansas City, and have Boulevard beer. That's not a plug. I just really like the beer. And burnt ends. Those are like 2 of my favorite things. Oh my gosh. But I used to watch a show. It's not really on anymore. You remember Bizarre Foods with Andrew Zimmern?
Yeah.
The bald guy. Not because of that I watched it, but he would visit all sorts of different destinations and countries and
eat stuff you can't even imagine.
Oh, just the weirdest.
Would you eat stuff like that?
I probably would.
Wow.
Not everything that he's done, but
you're
some
so
of it.
mature. I have a 3rd grade palate, so I could never even relate to any of it.
Yeah. I just thought, he was learning about different cultures and diversity, and that's something that really like just gets me going. Because this planet is huge and there's so many different people, different cultures, and how can we not be, I don't know, I'm not going to say closed-minded.
Well, that's where I'm one-dimensional.
You're
one-dimensional.
Italian.
Not even that. Like just simple.
Yeah.
I don't experiment. Like
Foods.
It's out of my comfort zone. No.
I just feel like
that's
learning
good.
From different cultures would be just fun for
That's
me.
cool.
And it's through food though. That's just fun. Fishing is fun. Just to relax, hiking with the family, photography. I'm not going to say I'm a photographer. My sister Julie is an awesome photographer, and I think my grandpa Eric used to do that as well. Taking photos of like nature in its element is kind of cool. Animals typically.
Keep them and blow them up and make portraits out of it. Stuff.
No, I'm not as, like I said, when we are hiking or doing anything outdoors, I'll try to find some cool pictures of just nature. My wife's just said, you can take pictures of the family too sometimes. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, all right, come here, hop in. Thing
happened, and I'm just like, wow, okay.
Well, I think what's the medicine? What's the cure for that? If you are noticing, I'm not saying we are doing that, but if someone is noticing, you know what, take a step back. I'm kind of playing a little too much. I forgot about this, or my kid's got a recital or something. I don't know. Does anyone say recital anymore?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're good.
It's still a thing?
Yeah.
Or a concert?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it's time to find something else to balance it all out too. Yeah. It doesn't just have to be one.
Or what are you trying to fill?
Yeah. Oh, maybe it's deeper. You mean
like that's
deeper
deep.
than that?
Yeah, deeper. Like you're transitioning from this addiction to something else, or it's filling a void in you that
It's addictive personalities too. They
Yeah,
have
too.
addictive personalities.
Yes, yeah. It's interesting. It's a deep thought question. I mean, it's a deep thing, but I'm noticing it.
Deep thoughts.
But I am noticing it, and I'm just, I guess, paying attention to it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
No big deal.
No big deal. Yes.
Thanks everybody for joining us.
That was fun.
So
we'll have more
feel
answers.
free to share your thoughts. I mean, we're not the authorities on anything. We're just sharing our thoughts and what we're watching transpire. So if you have any comments, please feel free to chime in.
If you're experiencing the same thing, where maybe pickleball is kind of becoming too much part of your life, then reach out.
Yeah. If you learned something or you just felt like you were nodding along thinking, yeah, I've been there, then please follow us or share this with someone that might need to hear it.
Thanks for spending time with us. See you next time on Keeping It Real with Gina and Neil.